Yes, the time is just gone 8:39 a.m. and that clip that we have played, and I'm hoping you have watched it. And if you have not, if we do have time towards the end of this particular interview, we're going to play it against. It is a must-watch because we are talking about the olive harvest in Palestine, a symbol of unity. It means just so much to the people of Palestine, the olive tree, and really these olive trees have a very, very powerful presence for the people of Palestine. And every year without fail, when it is time to harvest the olives, this is when the brutality of the Israeli military and the settlers start featuring even more prominently in terms of cutting down the olive trees and disrupting the olive harvesting. And this morning, we're joined by Lema Nazeeh, who is the deputy chairperson of the Popular Struggle Coordination Committee. Lema, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me here with you again.
Yes, wonderful seeing you again, Lema. I recall
Yeah,
you were here in the studios of Salam Media not very long ago.
exactly. Last year, actually, yes, I was with you next to you in the studio. But now I'm here actually on the bus, going now to the olive harvest. So I'm on the move, and which is better.
Well, obviously, we're looking forward to. I'm not too sure how far you are from your destination, but it would be wonderful while doing this interview for you to give us some sort of visuals of the olive plantations as well. So that would be quite interesting, I'm hoping.
Yes, yes. I wanted actually to be in on the field while doing this interview, so you can see the atmosphere. We live here in this Holy Friday, but I'm still on the move. You can see Palestine while I'm still here. I don't know if it's actually not good. Okay, you cannot really see now because it's very sunny. But I'm here with the volunteers. Here's all the volunteers. Say hi to South Africa. So yeah.
MashaAllah, in fact, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I see you've got a lovely team out there. Now, Lima,
Yeah.
obviously, when we look at this time of the year, it is a very critical time for the people of Palestine. And the point I mentioned is olive harvesting itself is it shows this symbol of unity of the people of Palestine. So it is a very, very critical time for the people of Palestine.
Yes, actually, it is the season of the year. We call it here because of people who gather together and help each other to finish this season while harvesting all the olive trees across the West Bank. For us, this season is really hard. Like each year is harder, but this season because of the pandemic and because of course, the same reason every year the occupation. With the pandemic, the Palestinian farmers from the Israeli settlers. But this year, are the Palestinians actually volunteering all together alone, and we're going to help the farmers in one of the most vulnerable places in the so-called Area C. Now we're heading to an area called Nablus and to a small village. It's Buin, and this village actually is surrounded with a settlement, and one of the violent settlers are living there. They called Yitzhar settlers. And actually, that area is targeted and subjected to all the harassment and the attacks, ongoing burning and uprooting the olive trees. In the launching of this event, which called or this campaign, which called Faza, is actually we were actually attacked by the settlers 2 days ago, and five activists were injured because of the stone throwing.
Yes, sorry, Lima. We seem to be breaking up a bit slightly, but you can continue. Now, I think for us, here in South Africa, and last year, I remember I did a program on olive harvesting and what it means to the people of Palestine in particular. When we look at those olive trees, these olive trees have been standing for generations, for decades, and it's got such a powerful presence for the people of Palestine, I would say as a symbol, but also from an economic perspective, because these olives are a lifeblood of the Palestinian economy.
Yes, true. Olive harvest in Palestine, it's a symbol for oppression and symbol of resistance, because the olive harvests are in Palestine since history, and the relationship between the Palestinian and the olive harvest is an original relation, because we always say we're gonna stay here as long as the olive remain in this country, because it's simple our identity, it reflects our identity, it reflects our history, and it reflects our attachment to the land, to the Palestinian land. So it's part of our tradition. Most of the Palestinian music, the Palestinian songs, they sing for the olive harvest and they sing for the olive trees. So for Palestinian and even in the popular resistance committee, all our actions are very related and with the olive harvest. We like to train ourselves with the olive harvest to prevent the occupation from uprooting it. And this is all the time how they target the Palestinian farmers and the Palestinian in general with burning and uprooting the olive trees all over the West Bank.
Yes. Now, also, just looking at the olive harvesting season, and I know that many people rely on the olive harvesting, and not only about the olives, but there are many other products coming out of the olives. So it's not just basically limited to the olives. We're talking of the oil. We're talking of many other products that people make, and they rely on all these products to basically grow the economy and at the end of the day to sustain themselves as well.
Yes, true. Olive harvest is one of the main products that olive and the oil Palestinians depend on. So that's why this year is one of the most important years, the season. And of course, Palestine depends on the date, on other stuff, but olive oil, and the olives are one of the main symbol of the Palestinian economy, and it's one of the richest Palestinian economy that can increase the farmers' economy.
Yes. Now, just as far as the settlers and the Israel military is concerned, and we know that year after year, they look at this time of the year to come to disrupt the harvesting, but also at the same time in terms of the trees that they actually cut down. And over the years, we've seen thousands and thousands of trees that have been cut down, that have been chopped as well. And I'm not too sure what's it like this time around. Has the military gone to the fields? Have they gone to the villages? Are they continuing with the with disrupting this entire process?
Yes, actually, they are, and they actually increased the number of the Israeli soldiers all over the West Bank for that reason, to suppress the farmers and the volunteers from arriving to the land. Settlers are now increasing their attacks and increasing their harassment to the farmers. In the area of Nablus last year, they uprooted more than thousands of olive trees because of building a new road for settlers. So they uprooted more than thousands of olive trees. And as I told you 2 days ago, in the launching of this campaign and of the season of the olive harvest, the settlers, combined by the protection of the Israeli army, they came and they start throw stones at us, and they start burning the whole mountain, and and they shot live ammunitions in the air against us. It was really for 4 hours. We've been fighting with them over the land, and they tried to injure us, and we had 5 injuries. To be honest, this season is really we are all feel threatened all the time because of the settlers, and we feel that it's every day it's a challenge for the farmers to be able to harvest their olives. Uh, for us, that's the reason why we go from a city to another. We came from Ramallah, going to head to the Nablus, so we can protect them. Of course, we cannot really protect them, but we need to support each other. And to have a huge number so we can able to harvest the olive as much as we can, as fast as we can, before they come and start attack us. But for us,
Yes.
we're gonna remain here. This is the struggle. We're not leaving the country, and that's why the spirit of the Palestinians are always high and are always ready for any threats. So we're gonna remain here, and we refuse always. We always say we refuse to die
Yes.
inside.
Now, also, Lema, just looking at this program called Phase 3 campaign, the FAZ 3 campaign,
Yeah.
and this is obviously
فزعة.
an important campaign to protect the harvesting and at the end of the day, to empower and to equip volunteers to assist in defending the people of Palestine and also the harvest during this time of the harvest. So, if you could tell us about this campaign, please.
This campaign is actually a yearly campaign that we bring volunteers, international Palestinian, to go to the olive harvest. This year, as I said, this time we're bringing Palestinian volunteers only because of the pandemic, so there is no international volunteers for this season. Faz'a, it means in Arabic that the committed assistance, that we give aid to farmers. It's a very Palestinian word and we use it during the olive harvest season, which is Faz'a, like the community help and support for the farmers. We launched this campaign 2 days ago within the opening of the olive harvest season. The aim of the campaign is to go every day to different villages, different areas that are threatened and by the Israeli illegal settlers. Today is the third day of the campaign, and this is the third place we're going today. It's the village of Bureen, and every day we're gonna go to one of the southern villages of the city of Nablus, which is one of the most hotspots in Palestine because of the settlers' attacks. Yeah.
Yes. Now, obviously, you are raising funds as well to
Yeah.
sustain this campaign. This is
Yes.
absolutely important because there are costs associated with transportation, with logistics
Yes.
to take the
And
volunteers.
yeah, the fund, the call of fund is basically because of the lack of the international presence, the lack of the international support, because of this time of the pandemic, and because of the restrictions even that from the international community are imposing on the Palestinian anti-Palestinian resistance. So we did the call of fund because yes, we need logistics to this season. We need things related to the olive harvest, and of course the volunteers need to sleep in different places and need transportation and food. And even support for the farmers themselves. That's why we did the call of fund for the international actors to be part of this campaign by supporting us.
Yes. Now, also, Lima, in fact, I'm just looking at the visuals behind you, the volunteers that are in the bus behind you. They seem to
Yeah.
be very motivated. They seem to be very, very inspired, and they are really looking forward to this harvest.
Yes, they are. They are very actually motivated to be part of the olive harvest season, and they are very collective group, diverse group from different ages and women and men. So yeah, we're excited, and it's part of the olive harvest is to have the group spirit and singing. So we're singing in the bus, and we're gonna do food in the field, Palestinian food and Palestinian bread. So it's part of the olive harvest is to make the season traditional as we always do, which is a very fun and happy season.
Well, I'm going to make one request of you, Lima. If you could ask the group just
Yeah.
to sing us one of the Palestinian songs.
Okay, I can do that. So they want us to sing one Palestinian song. فواضح أغني يما مواسير الماي واضح. تعيدوا ورانا. أو غني أي شيء ثاني. أو أي شيء ثاني. We're deciding on the song actually now.
No problem.
Yeah. وين علم الله وين علم الله وين علم الله وين علم الله ردي مسافر وين علم الله لا تخاف من الله لا تخاف من الله لا تخاف من الله وين يا حبيبي وين يا حبيبي وين يا حبيبي حظي ونصيبي حظي ونصيبي حظي ونصيبي. Yes, I hope you heard this.
Well, that's absolutely beautiful. Perhaps you can just tell us what does the song mean?
This is we're going to Ramallah. We're going to Ramallah. My love, wait for me. I'm coming to you in Ramallah.
Oh, wow, that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
How far are you from your destination, Lema?
We're almost there. We need like 10 minutes or even less to arrive.
Well, we wish you all the best, inshallah, and we are hoping that all goes well during this harvest. And we thank you and the team behind you in the bus as well. Tell them we do appreciate all of your time with us this morning.
They say thank you for you. They say thank you. Bye. Bye.
Assalamu
Thank you
alaikum.
so much. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, that was quite a fun interview with Lema Nazeeh on the bus and making their way to the olive harvesting moment. What do you think?
What an interesting conversation, and that just to wrap up with that song, that was just fabulous. And it was a action-packed interview. I really enjoyed it.
Well, definitely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Shazia to play out that clip again for people that may have missed it.
Palestine, oh Palestine, on your land Allah plays great signs, though the world